Now, you're not going to believe this. Remember the video that I made about how I bought Bitcoin? Well, I'm here to tell you that I got scammed on this transaction. I cannot believe that the first time that I used Bitcoin, I got scammed. Okay, so let me walk you through what happened so that you guys can be aware of what's going on. Okay, so I reached out to an individual that I wanted to engage in a service. And I'm going to be very vague because I want to keep the person's privacy, and I talked to that individual and I just don't want anything else associated with this person. So anyway, so I reached out to an individual that I wanted to perform a particular service for me. And I reached out to him through Instagram. And right after I sent the message, he replied saying, "Sure, I'm available to do the service, da 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 da." And we started talking. And he said, "But could you, when are you going to make the payment?" And I said, "Well, anytime you want." And he's like, "Okay, well, I only take Bitcoin." And at first, you guys know that I'm not pro Bitcoin. So I was going to say, no, I did say I don't do Bitcoin. But then I was going to say, like, you know what, screw this. I don't want to deal with you. I'll just go to somebody else. But then, because there's so much talk, so much, positivity about Bitcoin, I really wanted to try it. I wanted to try to see what this is all about. So as I said in my video, I opened an account with Coinbase. I funded it with $1,000. I took 500 of it. I bought Bitcoin, and then I took 250 of it and I sent it to that person. And right after I sent it to this person, the communication kind of stopped. And so at first I was like, okay, the guy is busy. I'll give him a few days. And then I got kind of annoyed. And so what I was going to do, what I actually did, was I made a video kind of outlining our conversation back and forth. And because I knew this person's name, I was able to find out where this person lived. So I made a video. I was going to report this person to the police. But what I was going to do first was I made the video, I uploaded it unlisted, and I wanted to give this person one last shot. So in other words, I was going to email this person and say, look, here's the video of the conversation. This is what I'm going to submit to the police. I know where you live, so I know which police department to submit it to. And I was about to send that video to him because, you see, I was communicating with him on Instagram, and then he also sent me an email. Okay, so I had his email, I had his communication on Instagram, so I knew this person was going to read it. So right before I sent it, it hit me. It hit me like, I am not talking to the person that I think I'm talking to. That's when it hit me, and I realized that I was talking to somebody that was impersonating this person. And I don't know what made me think about it, but it's just like the light came on, and I'm like, oh my God. So instead of, sending an email to this person, what I did was I started researching the real person, because I thought to myself, I need to contact the real person and tell the real person that someone is impersonating him and is scamming people for Bitcoin. And so it wasn't that easy to find this person, phone number or anything. So I had his name. I went into Facebook, and I put his name into Facebook, and I went into his friends, and I typed in his last name to see if he's friends with relatives on Facebook. And I was able to get a phone number for his mother. So I called his mother, and well, not his mother. I called the company that his mother was working for, and I told whoever picked up the phone what happened, that I'm calling for this and this because I think this person doesn't know that I got scammed and I need to get to this person. So, please communicate this information. So within 5 minutes, I got a call from the mother. And of course, the mother said, my son has absolutely no idea that this happened. He has no idea that, you got scammed, but he's on it. He's looking into it, and he's going to reach out to you or whatever. So what ended up happening, we had a phone conversation, and of course, this person has absolutely no idea that happened. He was not talking to me. So obviously, I was talking to a completely different person. And now looking back, yes, there were red flags that I should have seen, but I was blindfolded by the fact that I wanted to try this Bitcoin so bad because so many people are talking about it that I ignored all the red flags. So what was the first red flag, or the main red flag, was the fact that when I sent an email, sent an instant message to this individual, I immediately got a message from a different account that had his picture, but one letter was missing from his name. And I saw that, and stupid me, I said, how weird, you have two accounts. And of course, this person said, yeah, I have two accounts. So that was a big red flag. I should have known right away, but I didn't. So feel kind of stupid. But the point is that so many of us, so many people out there, they have multiple Facebook accounts, multiple Instagram accounts, multiple Twitter accounts. So it just, at that point, it didn't make me think about it. But I did see that the message came from a different account, which tells me that the real person must have been hacked and saw the message that I sent and then replied from a very similar account trying to trick me. And it, of course, worked. Now, another red flag that was more of a lesser red flag was that while I was trying to communicate with this person after I paid the $250 worth of Bitcoin, he wanted to upsell me on a service, get more money out of me. And that's when I said, no. We're doing it. You're going to do this service for $250. And if I'm happy with the service, maybe I will do more business with you, or maybe I will refer you to more business, whatever. But we're doing it for this amount. So I knew that there was a risk. I knew that there was a risk that I could lose it, $250. So I wasn't too worried about it. But the bottom line is that the first time I used Bitcoin, I got scammed. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, Bitcoin is bad because I got scammed or whatever. No, what I will say, it seems to me that this Bitcoin space attracts these kinds of people and it brings benefit to them to use Bitcoin because the transaction is irreversible. Now, but the actual transaction took place. I successfully transferred $250 worth of value to someone else and didn't get anything in return, but it successfully did that. So I'm not going to bash Bitcoin on that, but to be honest, I'll probably not want to use Bitcoin in the future. It will always make me think of this. So anyway, first time using Bitcoin, boom, I got scammed. $250, it's okay. It's a good lesson. It is what it is. But I just wanted to share this with you. What happened? So thanks for watching and have a good one.